Okay, good morning students. Today we got to discuss about something about the underground stem modification. Underground stem modification. Here what do you mean by the underground? Here there is a soil level is there. Okay, in this area some roots are there. Apart from this, above the soil level the shoot system it will produce. Above the soil level shoot system it will produce. Below the soil level root system it will produce. Root system is that is called shoot system, you know. Here what do you mean by underground? Here the below the soil level the roots are modified into some of the stem. The roots are modified, some storage function is there. Some shoots mostly present in a soil level, that is called underground stem modification. Some modification it will occur, so that is called underground stem modification. Here some of the perennial plant, perennial there is several years plants, perennial and biennial plants have underground stem modification, which are mostly or generally known as root stocks. Here some of the perennial and biennial plants are generally below the soil level. These are nothing but root stocks. Looks like a looks like a root. So it is storage. The functions of stem is nothing but the storage function. So it is called root stocks. So the biennial and perennial herbs have the underground stem, which are generally known as root stocks, because it stores the food material in a root system like a stem. So here the root stocks functions as a storage and a protective in function. These are nothing but root stocks. Here it will remains alive in unfavorable condition. In an unfavorable condition, these are mostly alive in condition, not in alive in condition. In a favorable condition, they are grow and they will produce some of the shoots or roots. Anything is these are produced. Here remains alive below the ground level during the unfavorable condition and remains or resumes growth the favorable conditions only. Here the underground stem shows that the underground stems are not roots. Here there is a stem portion. These are not a root system. Here there is a stem portions it will present in this root system, because they possess nodes and internodes. Here there is in a root system. In a root system there is no node and internode also present in a root system. These are not present in a stem portion only. The nodal region and internodal region only it will present in this stem portion. So here the root stock they do not have, or otherwise they lack root halves. The root stocks they lack root cap and root tip. Root tip also there. The root stocks means storage it will occur. It will lacks root cap and root tips it will present. So this is the underground stem modification. Here the perennial and biennial herbs have the underground stems, which are generally known as root stocks. The root stocks function as a storage and protective organ, and also these are remain alive below the ground level or soil level during the unfavorable conditions and resumes growth during the favorable conditions only. And also underground stems are not roots. Underground stems are not like a roots, because they possess nodes and internodes also there. Scale leaves and buds also produce. And also the root stocks also lack some of the root cap and root hairs, but possess terminal bud, which is characteristic features of stem. The root stocks also having the lateral buds, the apical buds also it will present. That is a characteristic features of stem portion. This is a very important characteristic features of the terminal bud it will present. Terminal bud it will present. That is only a characteristic features of stem. Next we pass on to here some of the underground modification is there. First one is there are 4 types of underground modification. First one is bulb. Second one is comb. Third one is rhizome. Fourth one is tuber. There are the four category mostly present in a underground stem modification in a bulb. For good example is Allium siba, Allium sativa. Then calm, yam is there. And rhizome, Zingiber avicenalis, Curcuma lavanga. And tuber, Solanum tuberosum. These are the four category mostly present in underground stem modification. The stems are modified functions as a storage function. Here, first one bulb. You take bulb. Here in a bulb, this is a condensed and conical structure, conical or convex form. It's a conical or convex in nature. It is a condensed conical or convex stem surrounded by a fleshy scale leaf. It is totally surrounded by a fleshy scale leaves also present. Scale leaves also present in this bulb region. It also divided. What do you mean by the bulb? Bulb is nothing but a conical or convex region. A fleshy scale leaves is mostly surrounded by this bulb. Here, and also it is divided into two categories. First one is tunicated, that is called coated bulb also there. That coated bulb, a stem is mostly a stem much condensed and surrounded by several concentric layers of scale leaves, a coated or tunicated. Here the cells are mostly condensed. Stems are mostly condensed and surrounded by several concentric layers of scale leaves, and inner scale leaves are mostly fleshy in nature. And outer layer is very dry in condition. And again it will divided into two types. First one is a simple tunicated bulb. The first one is a simple tunicated. And also compound tunicated bulb. There are again two categories. That simple means nothing but Allium siba. Allium siba is a good example for simple tunicated. Here, this simple tunicated, here there is a fleshy leaves also present. In inner part fleshy leaves present. In outer parts there is a dry fleshy scale leaves are only it will present. You can remove the scale leaves one by one. In a compound tunicated, these are totally condensed, joined together. That is called compound tunicated. For example, Allium sativa. You can see Allium siba. You can see this diagram. See this live one. Allium siba is there. There is an outer layer. This one is very dry in condition. In the inner parts, you can see the dry in conditions. The inner parts, you can remove that all the scale leaves. The inner part is very fleshy in nature. That is called bulb. A good example is Allium siba. This is a stem portion. Here there is a root system is there. Here this one is a root system. It will also present in a soil. Here also the stem portion. This one is a stem portion. That is a modified, a storage food material. Again there is upper part. There is a leaves are present. These are above the soil level. So above the soil level, leaves are present. Below the soil level, stem is modified into a storage function, and root system also present. This is called a Allium siba. There is a bulb. It is called it as a bulb is there. The next one is calm. In a compound leaf, in a bulb, a compound leaf, Allium sativum is there. You can know the pund. The next one is calm. Calm is there. The calm is nothing but a succulent. A succulent underground stem modification is there. A succulent, a fleshy in nature. Underground stem, a erect growing calm is surrounded by a scale leaves and exhibits nodes and inner nodes. It will present in this there. That is called calm. A succulent and also erect growing underground stem surrounded by a scale leaves are there. It will exhibit nodes and inner nodes. Nodes also present and inner nodes also present in this calm region. Example, yam, Cheniculum, Carnicum, For example, Amorpholis, Colocasia, Colchicum. There is a good example for calm. The next we pass on to rhizome. In underground modification, next we pass on to rhizome. In a rhizome, third one. Rhizome is nothing but there is another part of the root system. There is a part of the root system. Here the underground stem growing horizontally. There is underground stem. It will grow horizontally. It will grow in a horizontal manner with several lateral growing tips also it will present. Several lateral growing tips also it will present in this rhizome parts. It is the rhizome possesses a conspicuous nodes. The rhizome also possesses a conspicuous nodes also present and internodes also covered by a scale leaves. Nodes also present and a scaly leaves internodes region also it will present in this the rhizome parts. Conspicuous nodes and internode totally covered by a scale leaves. For example, Zingiber avicenalis, then Kana, Kakuma lavanga. These are the good example for the rhizome. You can see the Gingiber avicenalis. You can see the Gingiber avicenalis. Here this is some of the node region also present. In that node region they are grow. The nodal region and internodal region it will present. Some scale leaves also present in this region. Scale leaves it will present. These are grown in a horizontal way. Horizontally they are grow. Then it will produce some of the upper parts. The leaves are present. It will horizontally it will grow. Some scale leaves. Then eye parts also it will present in this region. Horizontally it will grow, not in vertical manner. So nodal region, internodal region it will present. That is called a rhizome. Gingiber avicenalis is a good example for that one. The next one is tuber. Tubers are nothing but Solanum tuberosum. Solanum tuberosum. The fourth one is tuber. Fourth one is tuber. Here the tuber is succulent, underground cell modification. Here succulent in nature, underground, spherical in nature, globostem with many embedded axillary bulbs also present. That is called eyes. Here there is a tuber, Solanum tuberosum, a succulent, underground, a spherical, underground stem modification, a spherical in nature, globose in structure with many embedded axillary buds are present. That is called eyes. These are nothing but eyes. Here Solanum tuberosum is a good example for that one, and also Helianthus. Helianthus tuberosum also there is another good example for the tuber. Now Helianthus tuberosus is nothing but Jerusalem artichoke. There is a sunroot plant. Jerusalem artichoke, sunroot plant, sunflower plants also there. It is a tuber. Some eyes also it will present. You can see the tuber. Some notches it will present in this area. Some notches it will present. These are nothing but eyes. These are nothing but eyes. It will present. Eyes are there. Here this is eyes. Here in this area the plants it will produce. Some of the leaves also produce in this area. These are nothing but eyes area. Okay, these are the four category. The underground stem modification is there. Next we pass on to stem branching. Stem branching. In an underground modification there are four types are there. First one is bulb, second one is corm, third one is Gingiber avicenalis rhizome, then fourth one is tuber. The next one is stem branching. Stem branching. Here there are two type of stem branching is also there. Here the main axis it will present. In that main axis there is number of lateral growths also occur. Lateral branches it will occur in this stem. That is called branching. In some of the plants they have the lateral branches. In some plants they do not have any branches it will present. These are called a stem branching. Depending upon the branches it will present. They are classified. Here branching means nothing but a pattern is determined by the activity of some of the apical meristem. A pattern it is mostly depending upon the activity of some of the apical meristem. In this category, some of the arrangement of branches on a stem. The mode of arrangement. Mode of arrangement in a stem. A stem is that here some branches it will present or otherwise it will grow. Some branches it will produce. That the mode of arrangement of stem. Mode of arrangement of stem is nothing but the leaves are arranged in a stem portion. That is called branching. The mode of arrangement of branches. The mode of arrangement of branches in a stem is nothing but branching. There are two main types are there. First one is lateral branching and dichotomous branching. Lateral branching and dichotomous branching. In a lateral branching, some of the roots or some of the branches it will produce in a lateral way. That is called lateral branching. In dichotomous branching, there is only here the main axis that the branches it will produce this way. That is called lateral branching. It will there. In a dichotomous branching, the main axis that here there is one branch is there. Here also another branches. Here. Two ways only it will produce. That is called a dichotomously branched. That the type of arrangement is nothing but dichotomously branches. Again it will divide it into the branches of growth pattern is so there are two types. Indeterminate and determinate growth it will occur. Indeterminate and determinate growth it will occur in the branches. Determinate growth and indeterminate growth. Indeterminate. The growth are not definite. That is called indeterminate growth is there. Indeterminate, here there is a terminal buds grow. Uninterrupted, the terminal buds it will grow. Terminal buds are grow uninterrupted way. The terminal buds are grow uninterrupted. And also these are growing, produce several lateral branches are there. The terminal buds it will grow uninterrupted way. Uninterrupted and produce there is lateral branches. These are called indeterminate. It will produce several lateral branches. That is called indeterminate. For indeterminate, that is called monopodial branches. Monopodial branches, that is called monopodial. That is monopodial branching. Monopodial branching is there. Mono means single. Uninterrupted, the growth are not uninterrupted. That is called monopodial branches. For example, polyalthia. Then another one is called determinate branches. Determinated branches. Here there is a terminal buds are cheese. The terminal buds are cheese to grow after a period of time. After a period of growth, and some of the growth mostly occur taken by some of the care of successful growth it will occur in these plants. A determinate means nothing but here the growth mostly occur in some of the ways. That is called determinate growth it will occur. Here the terminal buds cease to grow after a period of growth, and some of the areas growth is taken care of. Some of the successful of several lateral meristematic buds is there. That is called determinate growth is there. For example, that is known as it will known as here the same way monopodial, there is symbioidal. That is known as symbioidal growth branches. Symbioidal growth or symbioidal branches it will there. For example, cycas. Example is cycas. Here polyalthia or otherwise any type of growth it will occur. There is a one uninterrupted way, one type of growth it will occur. Determinate means a symbioidal growth it will occur. For example, cycas plants is there. Okay.